Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure on behalf of the International Economic Forum of the Americas to welcome you to this third Toronto Forum for Global Cities.
Toronto is an example of a very thriving metropolis, the center not only of its own geographic area, but also of a large metropolitan area and what we call an economic basin that goes even beyond the metropolitan areas to other small cities or other areas nearby.
President Obama has signaled by the creation of the Office of Urban Affairs that cities and metropolitan areas are important for the future of our economy, domestically and internationally, that they are the economic engines of the American economy, but he understands that they are the economic engines of the global economy. And so our investment and our planning for the future of cities is exceedingly important.
I think that the issues that you've raised and the observations you've made will be very helpful as the delegates continue to go through their deliberations here at the conference. I want to thank you on behalf of all of us for your important contribution.
Thank you, President. The world knows, unfortunately, a crisis. These days, it is very important to engage, to speak Northern American with the European, with the African, with the Asian, and it's a very good place where to be, and I'm very happy to have been able to attend this meeting today.
I think it is extremely important in a forum such as this to bring people together, to share ideas, to get opinions expressed, because there are many challenges out there, and no one person or no one group has the answer or the solutions for the challenges that we're facing in the cities across the world.
The question for governments is, how do we do it? That kind of question is the question that's going to be answered by this forum.
The issues that concern me are the technological solutions that are necessary to take care of the problems of the growing cities, particularly the mega cities of the future that will exceed 10 million in population and will have 40 to 60% of that population off the grid outside the formal sector.
One of the attributes of this event is it focuses on what is happening in our major cities around the world. And as we know, cities are the source of creativity, the source of growth, the source of competition, and it's a great melting pot of what's happening everywhere. And here we have really frank, great debates.
Now, a major component of our plan involves investing in infrastructure, hard infrastructure such as roads, bridges, and highways. In fact, our infrastructure program is the largest this country has seen since the Second World War.
This initiative is a fantastic initiative for a couple of reasons. One is it really attracts participants literally from all over the world. So you've got an opportunity when you're a part of it to actually hear the points of view and perspectives from experts that range from parts of Asia to the US to Canada, which gives you a really rich insight and perspective.
In Canada, we've put billions of dollars into infrastructure to improve wastewater treatment plants, our roads, bridges, but that is not all that really needs to take place. There needs to be a vibrant discussion that needs to take place at the municipal level, at the provincial level, and the federal level, not just with the governments, but also with the private sector.
How do we get the buy-in? How do we initiate and complete these smart solutions? Obviously, it's going to require a tremendous amount of investment. Of course, financial, but also political capital.
Well, this forum, it's the third year in Toronto, and it's gotten increasingly better. This year we've reached a new height in terms of the quality of the speakers and the quality of the participants, and that's really why people should come, because it's an incredible place in terms of generating ideas, hearing from people around the world, and but with a real focus on cities, which is kind of unique.
I think that it is good to bring together people from different parts of the world, different cities, so that they can share experiences and talk about the future. As everybody recognizes, most of economic activity and social activity takes place in cities.
I encourage any organization today to give serious consideration on participating in next year's conference. The world is becoming smaller and flatter. Our interconnectivity is so critical, and today by recognizing as in this global environment that every region of the country has a proactive role to play.
Although cities and city leaders, and I'm a city leader, have massive responsibility and massive motivation for dealing with climate change, we've got great economic opportunities, and that's been shown throughout the 2 days.
If we start to make decisions without talking to each other, we reinvent the wheel, or we come up with decisions that don't make much sense. If we can do it together, it clearly is a much more rich solution set that we get. So being here at this conference, or one like it next year, is really an important thing to do.
I'm absolutely honored to be here at this forum. It is extraordinarily important that the private sector, public sector, major officials, major business leaders come together to ask the central question today, which is when the Great Recession is over, how do we get back on track? How do we, over the long term, continue to innovate? How do we make our cities centers of economic growth?
I just want to thank you for your talk, but also for this. It's been a real honor and a privilege to share the floor with you.
Well, thank you.